Chaos Bolts. Alright, first level. So this is the one that was in Xanathar's, right? So you hurl an undulating mass of chaotic energy at one creature in range, make a ranged spell attack. So I'm pretty sure this didn't change. Takes 2d6 plus 1d6. Wait, what? Oh, okay. It takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. Choose one of the d8s. The number on that determines what damage you deal. Okay. Oh, if you roll the same number on both d8s, chaotic energy leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice. Within 30 feet of it, make a new attack roll against the target and make a new damage roll, which could cause the chaotic energy to leap again. You can literally just have like infinite. Can you just like? Oh, can be targeted only once by each casting of the spell. Okay, because it would be funny. Like you'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's gonna be an extreme case where you just like get like a chain reaction with that. Like you only have a 1 in 8 chance of it happening, and you add the specific reason that they took D6 here is so that they could add a D6 extra damage instead of having to give you more chances of rolling like a giant. Because, like, could you imagine if it was, like, for example, 2d8s, like, drop the d6, but you cast this as a 9th level spell? So now you deal, like, assuming a d8 for every level, you'd be casting, like, what? 10d8 points of damage? Right? And you have to roll 2 times the same number, which you literally have to. You literally cannot, like on 10d8s, you are going to at least roll one number twice. You know? Yeah, I get it. It's a cool idea. That's a cool idea. I like this. I like this idea. I do like this idea. My cat is making noise. Create spell. 5th level transmutation, reaction response to your self-casting modify spell. Range, self, component, VSM, arcane focus, which the spell consumes, worth at least 1,000 gold pieces per level of the spell altered by modify spell. Concentration up to 1 hour. And all of a sudden my cat stops. Okay. Synthesizing your arcane knowledge and power. You strive to create a new spell. Wait, it's in response to yourself casting the modify spell. Wait, is modify a new spell that's in here then? Okay, modify is a spell. Okay, good to know. So I should probably like read modify first, I'm assuming. Let's read modify first. Modify. 4th level transmutation, ritual wizard. Using arcane formulas in your spellbook, you magically alter one arcane spell you have prepared. Change the spell's color, sound, and smell, and make one of the following modifications to the spell. I'm sorry, how are you not allowed to choose your spell's color, sound, and smell? What the fuck? Anyway. Remove one of the spell's components, verbal, somatic, or material. Oh, shit. Okay. You can't remove the material component of the spell that consumes that component. That makes sense. If the spell requires concentration, damage can't break your concentration on the spell. Oh. That explains banishment's changes. That explains why banishment was changed. Replace the damage type, which is kind of cool. Range. Spell has a range of at least 5 feet, doesn't have a range of self. Increase its range by a number of feet equal to 30 times your wizard level. Wait, so let's say you have Fireball and you're like a 10th level wizard. You can literally have a 450 feet fucking Fireball. Are you kidding me? Oh, God. Spell lacks the ritual tag and has a casting time of at least 10 minutes. Give it the ritual tag. It's kind of cool. Spell affects one or more creatures and doesn't have a range of self. It now affects only your allies or enemies. Okay. So The chosen alteration lasts until you cast it again, or until you finish a long rest. Okay. Okay. So, okay, wait, hold on. What was the previous one that we were reading? We were reading create spell. Reaction response to your self-casting. So now, you synthesizing your arcane knowledge and power, you strive to create a new spell. To succeed, you must concentrate for 1 hour and meditate on the spell you just altered with modify spell. Otherwise, the spell fails. If you succeed, you must start casting scribe spell. Oh god. Within the next 10 minutes and add the alter spell to your spell book. Once the spell is in your spell book, it becomes one of your known spells, gains the wizard's source tag rather than the arcane tag, and it gains a name of your choice. Okay, that is cool. Like, that is cool. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, yeah, that is cool. That is fucking cool. This is the kind of shit you guys should have been coming out with for fucking years. This is cool. It's limited in what it can do. You can't fucking remove concentration, to give a dumb example. And you can make it fucking permanent starting from level 9. Wait, what level is Scribe Spell? Out of sheer curiosity, what level is Scribe Spell? First level. Okay, you can make it permanent. This is such a cool thing to do in your downtime. Just start fucking putting spells in there. Oh, sorry, I literally hit my own glasses. What? This is... What? It just says an arcane spell you have prepared. Wait, does that include cantrips? Does that mean you can change cantrip? No, because you can't scribe those, right? Can you scribe 2 hours per level of the scribes? I'm assuming. Yeah, for which you have spell slots. So you can't do this with cantrips. Just added that was something that I was curious about. Because could you imagine? That's one thing that I wanted to do. Allow you to like change cantrips like that as well. Could you imagine have like a fucking cold Eldritch Blast? Like, I don't know. I just like that. I just like the idea. But this is... You could literally become a giant fucking spell sniper. Holy shit. That is so much fun. And just every level, you just make a new version of Fireball. You just make it... Wait, hold on. One important thing. Because this is one thing. Concentrate on a spell you just altered with modify spell. If you use modify spell, right, you magically alter one arcane spell you have prepared. Does that mean... Because it says one you have prepared. Because I'm assuming not, right? But it feels slightly unclear. I'm going to be perfectly honest about that. But does that mean that you can keep altering the spell? Because it doesn't say... Because it doesn't say, right? It doesn't actually say that you can't, like, keep... Like, you can't, like, make a fucking lightning, non-breakable concentration, no material components, range of 450 feet, fireball spell. Like, it doesn't say that. Like, of course, it'd be weird if you'd be able to, like, make fucking a... Like, you can't make multiple damage type, you can't do this multiple times. You'd be able to remove all of the fucking components, technically. You'd be able to keep giving it a range. Technically, you'd be able to give it an infinite range, if you'd be able to do that. So I'm assuming you can only do one change, right? Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, that's the limit. Yeah, I get it. It gets the wizard source tag rather than the arcane tag. That's important because you can only cast modify spell on an arcane spell, so it doesn't work. Never mind. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay. So there is a limit to it. You can only do it once. Okay. Then I'm fine. Then I'm completely fucking fine with this. This is awesome. You can literally just make different versions of Fireball for whatever. I know I keep saying Fireball, but like, let's be honest. That's the fucking. Oh fuck! Can you imagine? Ryu would have a field day with this in the Imanat campaign. Being able to make all of his spells lightning based and then have the fucking max damage ability from Cleric. Shit, Ryu would have a fucking field day with this. Then again, it is a wizard one. Because I'm assuming... Because, like, here's the thing. These are not treated as arcane spells, I'm assuming, right? This is not an arcane spell. This is actually just a wizard spell, right? Because, like, modify spell is not in the arcane list here, I think. Whoops, mistakes were made. I'm just gonna go quickly back to the... Just quickly gonna go here. Modify. It's not in here, is it? No, it's not. Modify memory is, but... So in other words, you can literally only learn this as a warlock. And you might, because they did mention that you need a feature for it, so you might even only be able to learn it if you get a feature. Which, to be fair, even then, this is dope. This is really dope. I like this a lot. I really like this a lot. I think this is really cool. Alright, Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast! I've spent so much time on this, holy shit. Action, 120 feet. I don't think this changed, right? Target takes 1d10 force. More than one beam when you reach higher warlock levels. 2 beams at 5th, 3 at 11th, and 4 at 17th. Yep. Same targets per attack roll for each. And yeah, it now scales with warlock levels. Oh, it's also literally just a warlock cantrip now, so probably need it. Well, you probably need the first level warlock feature for it, right? Hex, first level enchantment spell. Yeah, sure. Bonus action, 90 feet. Concentration up to 1 hour. Does it still, okay. No. Okay. Now I do get it. Now, okay. I'll explain in a second. So you place a curse on a creature you can see within range. Deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to a target when you hit it with an attack roll. Deal this damage once per turn. Choose one of the 6 abilities whenever you cast a spell has disadvantage, on ability checks made with the chosen ability. Target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends. You can use a bonus action to put it somewhere else. And it also says remove curse ends it. That's kind of cool, actually. Now, when you cast this spell using a spell slot of 3rd or 4th level, maintain your concentration on the spell up to 8 hours. The damage increases to 2d6. When you cast it with a 5th level or higher spell slot, maintain concentration 24 hours. And the damage increases to 3d6. In that case, it does make sense, because that was always the big downside of Hex, where it would still only deal... To be fair, like, if you're playing a Warlock, if you'd play a full Warlock, technically, you'd be dealing, like, 3d6s anyway, with 3 attacks starting from level 11. Here, that's from level 9. Honestly, I still think the old version is better, but... It's debatable. I mean, Eldritch Blast is weaker because it's only on Warlock levels now, but yeah. Again, it makes sense. Memorize spell. You choose one spell from your spellbook you don't have prepared. Choose another spell you do have prepared. Oh shit! That's actually kind of cool. Just like for 1 minute, you can replace a prepared spell. Huh. Oh, and the replacement lasts until you cast Memorize spell again or finish a long rest. This is weird, isn't it? Why would you care? It's just, it's a literal, like, you're using a 3rd level spell slot to replace one spell with another. You're never going to use this in combat. Why would this be here? Just fucking allow someone to replace... like their spells. Like that's a cool thing. And then for every spell slot higher, you can replace an additional prepared spell. Sure. Like, isn't that weird? Like, I don't think this should be here. I really don't think this should be here because you need to keep track of your replacements then. I don't think that's cool. I think it's a cool thing that you'd be able to be like, wee, I just switched my spells as a minute. That would be a cool, because that's the whole thing for Wizard, right? Is the whole thing of they're learning their spells. They have that book and they can kind of like be relatively versatile with their spells. And this is exactly what makes Wizard such a cool class to play, because now you're able to switch around your spells a little bit. I think that's cool. So personally, I would remove this. I don't think it's necessary, and I think it just makes it more complicated and you need to track more shit. Personal opinion, but anyway. Still, other than that, really cool. That's really cool. Modify we went through.